Hi everybody. This week I want to talk about gradebook scoring and, well, a quick note on why sometimes the rubric score might be different than the actual paper score. So here's why. The rubric, well, it's a static mechanism, and the actual paper analysis and comments in the paper are much more dynamic, which is why there could be a difference between the rubric score and my evaluation of your written assignments. So here's how it works. Look at the actual paper I send back, and you will see my observations, which are generally not included in the rubric. As an instructor, I'm allowed to adjust a rubric score if the rubric happens to score way too low, or in some cases, way too high, depending on the quality of the written assignment. Here's a good example. A rubric recently scored a student paper as, well, a B+. And I looked at the paper and I thought, no, the quality of this paper, it's definitely an A paper. So I changed the rubric score from a B+ to an A. Now, while some instructors you have had in the past may not modify a rubric score, many find that while a grade benchmark, rubrics don't always tell the whole story of a student's work, and therefore they will modify a score to better align the paper score with the final rubric score. Now, also consider that unlike a true or false test where 9 out of 10 correct answers is, well, it's always 90%, written assignments are based not just on the rubric, but how the written information is presented in that written form. And if the student did just the minimum that was required, or did they show a demonstrated effort to add to the body of existing knowledge on the assignment subject? Did they go beyond the basic requirements and explore new concepts, even if those concepts happen to contradict the textbook? Now, finally, this class is where your written work is evaluated, and it's not a writing class where specific ways of improving a paper are noted, as in, well, an academic writing class you may have taken at the start of your academic journey or previously at another institution. At this academic level, it is expected that students possess the skills necessary to write at a higher academic level, which often includes knowing how to format a paper in Microsoft Word using headers and footers, what constitutes a peer review or academic journal source rather than just a journalistic source such as the Wall Street Journal or Forbes magazine, and do students know the difference between a direct quote and a block quote, and how to use APA formatting standards, which is really different than MLA that I learned as an undergrad. Now, to assist students in transitioning to this writing level, I highly recommend contacting the University Writing Lab, which has many experts on academic writing and is a great resource, a resource I have used many times over the last 12 years of my academic work, from my associate's degree to my PhD. Now, it's part of your tuition, so take advantage of that resource and you'll never regret it. And this is Dr. Tom Hennifer saying, I'll see you in class.